So it's 4:50 a.m. right now in Bali, and it's like, why is Rourke awake at these hours in the morning, like talking to you right now about one of his clients who lost 16 kilos, and it was way more than that in fat because he put on a shit ton of muscle. If you've seen like the video caption and the pictures, right? I just want to say a few things straight because this transformation didn't happen by accident. There wasn't like a magic pill he took. There wasn't like a secret like overnight success he did. Like it was all down to Tom's hard work. It was all down to his hard work. He had the structure, he had the guidance, he had everything he needed. But the first step is taking responsibility yourself. That is, it is entirely your fault. Everyone has their own issues. Everyone has their own stuff going on. It's entirely your fault on your shape. Okay? Like this video is for the guys who want to make serious change in their life and they are looking to take action today. And they're looking to take action as soon as possible. This is for the guys who want to look so unbelievably awesome that if they're in conversation with people, instead of like, you have to convince people that you go to the gym, they notice instantly. The people you can see them looking at your biceps, they can see you looking at the abs through the shirt. They know you're the guy who's ripped. This isn't about, oh, I look quite good, I lose a little bit of weight. These are for the guys who want to look ripped. Like genuinely ripped and be the best version of themselves. The guys who want to be high energy. This is not for you if you're looking for an overnight fix. This is not for you if you're looking for the easiest route. Just to say a few things straight, and if you can't even watch through a 20-minute video, or 10 to 20-minute video, however long this is, then you're not ready physically or mentally for a transformation like this extreme. So yeah, without further ado, I'll get into exactly what I did in order to help Tom actually get to that physique. And then there's also an interview with him on exactly the beliefs that he had to, get rid of, and just some insights into what we did when we worked together. Okay, so I'm going to go over exactly how Tom went down 16 kilos in 6 months, completely revamped his whole physique and added a ton of muscle. And he got visible abs in any lighting, okay? So this is what he wanted, right? This is what he went over on our initial onboarding call together. He wanted structure and guidance that he could follow and get ripped with no guesswork. Like he wanted the visible abs in any lighting, lose like all the body fat whilst putting on muscle, progress his lifts while the scale hits long-term lows. So he wanted to get stronger whilst adding muscle, whilst losing weight and looking absolutely awesome, okay? He wanted to know for a 100% possibility that he was going to get ripped as quickly as possible, not in an overnight way, obviously, but he didn't want to waste time, okay? He didn't want to waste time, and I'll go into this soon. He wanted someone in his corner holding him accountable, giving him clarity on any concerns. He wanted to be able to text me at any point and get an answer very, very quickly. Like he didn't want to waste time researching, asking ChatGPT, not even being sure. He just wanted to get answers quickly and get there as soon as possible, right? That's what he wanted. What he didn't want, okay? He didn't want to weigh his food to the gram like a bodybuilder and, excessively track his calories. Like what I actually do is, yeah, you might track your calories for the first week, first couple weeks, but you want to get to the point like me where you don't even need to track your calories. Like you don't need to do that. It just gets to a point where the structure's there and you know what to eat to lose the weight, right? He wanted a diet that he'll follow, but he didn't want a diet that he'll follow and then fall off on Friday, right? And ruin the whole weekend because of it. Because with Tom, okay, he used to like have one bad day or even one bad meal and then think, okay, I might as well just ruin the whole weekend and then just eat like shit the whole weekend. That's not what he wanted. He didn't want a plan which he was like, oh, maybe it fails. He wanted to know for 100% fact that he's going to be able to stick to it and it's going to drive the needle forward, right? He didn't want to lose the weight, then look fragile and skinny, right? While still keeping fat around his body. Like, because some people, they lose weight on the scale, but they still have that body fat around their love handles, around their chest, and it's like even on their face, they lose the weight, they still have like that double chin, right? He didn't want that. He wanted to lose all the weight around his face, around his abs, around his love handles, and just pack on all the muscle. He didn't want to be unsure about anything. Like there was nothing. He wanted clarity on everything and the right guidance to get ripped. Okay, like he didn't want to just go in there guessing. He wanted to know for 100% fact that he was going to get jacked to the right guidance without wasting time trialing and erroring, as I said. So what we actually did, he had the exact food shop list with meal variations and what he could have to eat. Very simple. A simplified structure with no guesswork. You just eat the food I lay out for you and you watch yourself lose weight and build muscle. I manually went over every single one of his workouts, okay? The exact warm-up sets, exact working sets, exercise and reps with video demonstrations, so he had to get stronger and build muscle whilst losing the weight. What we also did, we had weekly one-on-one calls, and he had 24/7 access to my WhatsApp. This is the same number I literally text my mum and grandma on. This holds him accountable, and it sets the standards for himself and me. Like, it literally holds him accountable to it. And here's the thing, like, when you have me going over your workouts and your diet, it basically forces you to lock in, because it's like, why would I not follow the workouts when Rourke is literally watching over it? And that's literally what he says. Okay, so now we're going to get into the best part in the video, me and Tom's actual call, like going over how I helped him get there, how he got over his limiting beliefs, and just a bit about the process. If you're interested about my one-on-one coaching, send me a message on my Instagram, I'll personally respond to you. Or you can fill out, the call in the description, and then we can have a chat. What's up, everyone? This is one of my clients, Tom. I'm just going to run through a few things. So, could you tell me your transformation? What was the transformation?
So I went from being about, in my peak, 112 kilos, around there, and over the course of 6 months went to 96.5, I think it was, while obviously building muscle and, losing all the fat and gaining a bunch of strength. So that, like, in a nutshell, is pretty much it.
Yeah, awesome. How does that feel, bro?
Fucking amazing. Like, there's not much better feeling than feeling confident and looking good. So there's not many negatives to it apart from it's hard work, obviously. But
it's like, this might be a bit of a throwback. How did we sort of like meet, or how did you like hear from me, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I first DM'd you. It was very early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, very early on.
We got talking. I just DM'd you, I think, because I just started uni. I still knew I needed to lose weight, so obviously we made that happen, and then progressed from there.
Awesome. And what sort of problems were you facing before we started working together?
I'd say consistency in the gym. Knowledge as well. Like, I didn't know what to do. I hadn't got a clear structure.
Why do you feel like you couldn't really solve that on your own? Like the consistency, structure, and all that?
I think it was hard for me because I would sort of go to the gym here and there and then not see much progress and feel like it wasn't working. And then you sort of get in your own head and you're a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, why can't, like, this work? And then you don't see the much movement on the scale. And then you sort of just like, well, for me personally, I just sort of gave up without pushing through that first, like, hard bit. And I think, like, the other habits that weren't in place, you can't just go to the gym and just eat well. I think, as we talk about, there's other habits like sleep and all that stuff that contribute a lot towards that as well.
And like, it's a bit of a tough question, but how frustrating was that when you were like inconsistent with sort of like your training and your physique and diet and all that?
Yeah, it was fucking annoying. Like, to be perfectly honest, like, obviously, when you don't see any results, there's, you're just like, why? So it's just like, I just used to get annoyed, and then I didn't do anything about it. So that's half the reason I, got in contact with you, because I felt like I couldn't do it by myself.
I just want to know, what got you to extend after 3 months? Because some guys, they might want to just do 3 months, but what got you to extend?
I don't know, I saw so much progress in that 3 months, but I wanted more, and I felt like 3 months was enough to keep the habits in place, but I felt like I needed a bit more of that guidance and accountability just to push me through, because I feel like there's that stage where you lose just enough weight where you look you look all right, and you know you look all right. So it's hard to push past that to like look really good. So I wanted that extra like guidance through that stage, because obviously there was two stages. I was going from pretty overweight to looking all right, and then there was going from looking all right to like having abs and like visible muscle. So I would say that's the main reason, definitely.
Okay, no, I completely understand. And if we sort of look back, like, excuse my motorbike, if we look back, like, right at the start, like our first month, what were the results after 1 month working together?
1 month was pretty good, actually. I think I lost like 4 or 5 kilos in that first month. But I remember even in the first 2 weeks, I was down like 3 kilograms already. And I was feeling super motivated at that point. Like, I felt like nothing could stop. Like, I was just completely locked in, especially with the gym, eating. But that first month was quite a big difference, and then obviously just kept chipping away at it from then on.
Yeah. So what do you think was the biggest problem you solved then, if you had to think of one?
I'd say consistency, definitely, and structure.
You'd already been in shape before.
Yeah,
You'd already been in shape before.
Yeah, I knew how to do it, but could never keep it. So this time around, that's what I changed. And but I knew how to. Everyone knows how to lose weight. You know, eat less and move more, but it's not sometimes that simple. Because obviously, I didn't want to lose muscle. I wanted to gain muscle while losing that weight. Yeah, which was the main focus for my transformation, I would say.
100%. And obviously, we did a fucking awesome job at that. If you didn't join, what do you think you would look like at this point now? If you didn't join,
that's actually crazy to think. I actually don't know. I wonder if it would have got to a point where I was like, oh fuck, like I actually have to do something about this. I wouldn't look at obviously nearly as lean, but I don't know. I feel like I would have tried to do something about it, but I don't know. That's crazy, like to think that what could have been. I could have been fucking like 140 kilos by now.
Yeah, on like a last final note, if anyone's thinking about joining like my program, working with me one-on-one, what would you say to them? They're on the fence.
Yeah, I mean, do it. Like, it's a pretty clear answer from me. I wouldn't recommend it enough. So, you know, you're gonna, as I said in my testimonial, you'll be more successful, I think, if you're in shape and you have the right habits. Like I've gained, like you learn to get up in the morning and just go. You know, that all good things that are gonna positively impact you. So as a person, so I wouldn't even worry about, you know, the cost of it or whatever. So I think just fucking, I wouldn't recommend it enough. I like, it's a lifestyle, you know, just get back into it.
Where's the new man now?
Yeah, I can't go back.